We've got a studio full of really smart kids. Nosy the know-it-all dog is around here somewhere. I'm Father Reed, and this is the Catholic TV Challenge.
Contestants are first contestant for this round.
Monastery.
That's correct. That's right.
Universal truth. Catholic faith. Hope.
My name is Nosy.
Life eternal. Love.
All dog, and I. Show where the kids are the teachers. So let's meet our first set of contestants. Mr. Nelson, could you introduce them to us, please?
Only one way to get this show off to a great start, Father Reed, and that's with a great group of contestants, and we have them. Our first contestant for this round is Chris Brandt. Chris loves science and gym in school. He also enjoys doing math. On TV, he likes watching Steven Universe, and he enjoys all the Harry Potter movies. When he has the time, he also likes riding his bike and playing video games. Our second contestant is Robert Carroll. Robert's favorite subject in school is art class. On TV, he likes watching Garfield, and he also enjoys riding his bike, building Legos, and playing video games. And our third contestant is Jamie Chow. Jamie likes math and science. In school, on TV, her favorite shows are Jessie and Sam and Cat, and she also enjoys swimming and building Legos, and her favorite movie is Frozen. And those are our three contestants for this round of WOW, the Catholic TV Challenge.
Jamie, Robert, a.k.a. Quinn, and Chris, it's great to have you as our first set of contestants. Thank you so much for stepping up and having the courage to stand at the podium. And I hope that you do very, very well, because I'm sure that we're going to have some interesting things to discuss today. I don't know what it is, but let me just go over the rules before we go any further. If you could please just keep your hands by your side, okay? Let me ask the question, and if you think you know the answer, once I've finished the entire question, hit the red button in front of you. If you get it right, great. If you don't get it right, no big deal. We just move on. How's that sound?
Great.
Very good.
Great.
So, what we need here, Jamie, Quinn, Chris, is what we call a Wudabout. That's the theme of the show. It's the thing that we're going to be talking about today, and I can't think of a better individual to let us know what today's Wudabout is than that know-it-all dog, Nosy. Nosy?
Hello, Father Reed. Hello, boys and girls. My name is Nosy. I am the know-it-all dog, and I happen to know what today's Wudabout is. Are you ready? Today's Wudabout is the Beatitudes. The Beatitudes. Have fun and good luck.
Well, that's easy for him to say. Have fun and good luck, Nosy says. And today's Wudabout is the Beatitudes. So, Chris, Quinn, Jamie, if you are set, studio audience, are you ready? Well then, without further ado, let's set the Wow Watch. And I have the first question for you. Hands by your side. Listen to the entire question. When asked what you want most out of life, what do most people say? Chris.
I forgot that one.
What do you want most out of life?
Happiness?
That's it! Correct! You didn't forget. See, it was right there. Because it's true. I think of all of us. We want to be happy. We want to find true and lasting happiness. So, anyway, okay. Let's move on to another question. Jamie, Quinn, Chris, this is one of these finish this sentence questions. True happiness is not passing, it is? Jamie?
Permanent?
That's correct! Yes, true happiness lasts. It's real. It's actually eternal because it comes from God. It's permanent. True happiness is permanent. Now, speaking of permanent happiness, it can only be found in one place. And where is that? Jamie.
Heaven?
That's correct! because that's where God is. And that's where we will ultimately, in the end, we will find true happiness. Now, fill in the blank. The word beatitude comes from the Latin meaning
Blessed.
That's correct. That's correct. Quinn, beatus is the Latin word, which means blessed. And that word is from whence comes beatitude. The Beatitudes, of course, is our Wudabout for today's show. Okay, this is another one of these. I love these. Finish this sentence. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Jamie?
For theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
That's correct. The first beatitude, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. So, let's look at the beatitudes in Matthew's gospel. How many are there? Jamie. 8 is right. There are 8. And of course we know the first one, blessed are the poor in spirit. Plenty more questions where that came from. Oh, but unfortunately, we're out of time. You guys have been a fantastic set of first contestants. I do have here, and I want you to know this is the nothing less than the official Wow t-shirt for Jamie right over here. But I got to thank the 3 of you. Quinn and Chris, you were great contestants. Jamie, congratulations. We're going to take a quick break right now. We'll be right back after this, so stay with us.
You have just seen our first group of contestants, and here's your first round winner. Coming up, our next 3 contestants will vie for the second spot in the final challenge when Wow, the Catholic TV Challenge continues.
Wow, the Catholic TV Challenge. So glad you stayed with us because now it is ladies' round. We have 3 young ladies for you to meet. Mr. Nelson, could you introduce them to us, please?
More terrific contestants standing by. Father Reed, our first contestant for this round is Sarah Chow. Sarah likes art and gym in school. She also enjoys ballet and swimming, and on TV she loves watching Wild Kratts and PBS Kids. And our second contestant is Caroline DeGrand. Caroline's favorite subjects in school are art and music. She also enjoys drawing. On TV, her favorite shows are SpongeBob and Jeff Corwin, and one of her favorite movies is Brother Bear. And our third contestant is Grace Gallagher. Grace enjoys music and art. On TV, she loves watching The Amazing World of Gumball and Jessie, and some of her talents and hobbies include horseback riding and playing the piano. And those are our 3 contestants for this round of Wow, the Catholic TV Challenge.
Grace, Caroline, Sarah, great to see you. The 3 of you, you look marvelous, absolutely marvelous. And I'm so grateful that you are our second set of contestants. Mr. Nelson did a great job of introducing you. Now we kind of know you a bit, and now I'd like you to know the rules. And they're very simple. You just want to keep your hands by your side, okay? Let me ask the question because, well, that's the job they give me, you know. That's why I get paid the big bucks. But you have the far more important task of trying as best you can to answer the question. So if you think you know the answer, once I'm finished, hit the red button in front of you. If you get it right, phantasmagorical. If you don't get it right, we'll just move on. And we'll still learn no matter what. And of course, today's Wudabout is the Beatitudes. Absolutely. You knew that out there in TV land, didn't you? The Beatitudes is our Wudabout. That's the theme of the show, the thing we're going to talk about. And if the 3 of you ladies are ready, and studio audience, are you ready? Yeah! Well, then I see no reason why not to set the Wow Watch. And here's the first question. See what you think of this one. What's one of the most difficult mysteries to understand in life? Grace?
Death.
That's correct. But we know by faith it's not the end. And we have hope. No matter what, we have hope. Even in the face of the greatest mystery of life. Okay, now, when someone we know dies, what does that test in us? It tests us. How? What does it test? Any thoughts? Just get in under the line, Grace. What do you think?
Sadness.
It makes us sad, but what we were looking for actually is our faith, okay? Because we truly believe that Jesus is alive and that he's risen. But it kind of tests us, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyways, very good. Now, here's another question for you. See if you can get this one. That first beatitude, blessed are the poor in spirit, does that mean that a person has no need of things, material goods and stuff? Sarah?
No.
No, absolutely not, and that's right. Of course not, because we need a place to live, we need clothes, and the three of you look marvelous today. You're dressed so beautifully, and you know, we need a car, and you need money for college and all that kind of stuff. So that's not what the Beatitude means, to be poor in spirit. True or false? True or false? The first Beatitude teaches us to seek after more than we need. Caroline?
No.
That's false. That's correct. What we want to do is, if we have more than we need, we want to be able to share that with people who might be struggling. That's the goal. And that's part of what it means to be poor in spirit. Now, this first Beatitude, it encourages us, what does it encourage us to do with our money and possessions that's beyond our need? What does it encourage us to do with things that we maybe don't need? Any thoughts? Just to share them with the less fortunate. That's all. To be open to sharing what we have is all what it means to be poor in spirit. Finish this sentence. I love these. Blessed are they who mourn. Caroline.
For they shall be comforted.
That's correct. That's what Jesus taught us. Blessed, happy even are those who mourn, because they will be comforted. Okay. Now, the Beatitudes teach us about what it means to be meek. What does that mean? Give me an example of meekness. Sarah?
Like patient and gentle.
Exactly. I'm going to give you that. Correct. To accept praise graciously, to accept correction. Now, we've been talking, Caroline, Sarah, Grace, about mourning and people who are struggling with grief. What does it really mean to mourn? What does that word mean? Grace?
To be sad.
It does. Yeah, to be sad at someone's death. Correct. And sometimes, you know, it can take a long time to get over that mourning period. We are out of time, and this has been such an exciting round. I got to tell you, do you know the three of you are tied 2 to 2 to 2? And you know what that means? We have to call upon that know-it-all dog Nosy with what we call in these parts a super challenge to see if he can break the tie. Nosy, have you got a super challenge for these three ladies?
Okay, Father Reed. Okay, boys and girls. Here is a super challenge. What does the word martyr mean?
A witness. A witness, actually, to Christ. That's okay. I have another question for you. It's one because I love these. Finish this sentence. Sarah, Caroline, Grace, let's see if we can break this tie. See if we can finish this sentence. Accepting suffering prepares us for... Caroline?
God.
Actually, we were looking for the future. The future. That's all right. Because like I said, I have plenty of questions here. We're going to break this tie. Watch this. What is the greatest favor we can do for someone who has died? Grace?
Pray for them.
That's correct, and you win. And I have for you, Grace, the official Catholic TV t-shirt. But I got to tell you, all three of you are wonderful. Sarah, Caroline, Grace, thank you so much for being our second set of contestants. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go away because there's more while to come.
We have our second contestant for the final round, and we have 3 more contestants ready to play for the final spot in the final challenge. Stay with us as Wow, the Catholic TV Challenge continues in just a moment.
so happy you stayed with us. We're still here, and we have 3 new contestants. Mr. Nelson, who are they?
3 more excellent contestants to tell you about, Father Reed. Our first contestant for this round is Claire Kerrigan. Claire enjoys Spanish and gym in school. For sports, her favorites are soccer, skiing, and swimming. On TV, she likes watching Jessie and Cupcake Wars, and her favorite movie is Soul Surfer. And our second contestant is Margaret Lowther. Margaret's favorite subjects in school are math and religion. Her favorite sports are gymnastics and basketball. On TV, she likes watching Austin and Ally and Dog with a Blog, and one of her favorite movies is Brother Bear. And our third contestant is Colin Manucci. Colin likes gym and library in school. His 2 favorite movies are The Lego Movie and Mr. Peabody and Sherman. And when he has time, he loves playing video games and building Legos. And those are our 3 contestants for this round of WOW, the Catholic TV Challenge.
A lot of Legos. Everybody's into Legos these days. Very good. Colin, Margaret, Claire, great to be with you. So happy you had the courage to step up to the plate. And Claire, did you know that St. Clair is the patron saint of television? Well, now you do. And you have that very same name, St. Clair of Assisi, Santa Chiara, as the Italians say. And as the story goes, she was sick in her room, and she wasn't able to go to Mass. And she saw on her wall, she was able to watch Mass. She had a vision of Mass on her wall. It was almost like she had a TV many, many, many hundreds of years ago. And that's why she has been always called the patron saint of television. But anyway, let me go over the rules here because we have to get moving. Our what about today, of course, is the Beatitudes. You want to keep your hands by your side? I get to ask the question. You get to answer them, preferably correctly. But if not, don't worry about it because we have plenty of questions around today's what about. Do those rules make sense to the 3 of you? Oh, great. And the studio audience is right behind you, correct? And so let's set the Wow Watch. And I have the very first question, Claire, Margaret, Colin. Finish this sentence. I love these. Blessed are the meek. Claire.
For theirs is the kingdom of God.
Ooh. No, close, close. This is for they shall possess the earth. But you're right in the same ballpark. And I have another question. The meek. What does that mean, to meek? To be meek. One more time. Colin?
To be meek, like patient and gentle.
That's correct. Yes, sirree. To be patient and gentle. That's what it means to be meek. Okay, here's one for you. Who can give us the wisdom to know when we should be strong and gentle? Claire.
The Holy Spirit.
That's correct. God the Holy Spirit, the third person of the Trinity, can give us that strength to be people who are meek, gentle, patient. Okay, I love these, in case you didn't know. Finish this sentence. Blessed are they who hunger and thirst for righteousness. Colin?
For they will be satisfied.
That's correct. They will be satisfied. So, if you hunger and thirst for righteousness, you'll be satisfied. Righteousness. What does it mean to be righteous? What does it mean to be righteous? Claire?
To be the best you can be and
That's
go the
correct.
extra mile.
To go absolutely. Be the best you can be. Go the extra mile. What great advice that is. Advice that Jesus gave to us himself in the Beatitudes. And of course, in the Beatitudes, we're looking for happiness. And so to be righteous, to go the extra mile, to be the best that you are, that's going to help a lot. Who alone can only act righteously? Only act righteously. Who? Claire?
Jesus.
God, that's right. Yep. Can't do anything but. Because Jesus is God. He's our greatest model for righteousness. Now, how do we know that Jesus was righteous? Colin?
In our faith.
Yes. However, However, he always went beyond himself. He always, himself. He always went the extra mile. So he's our greatest example. Very good. Okay. Now, Margaret, Claire, Colin, what is the example of Jesus teaching us to be righteous? What is an example? Margaret?
To love our enemies.
That's correct! Wow! To love our enemies, to pray for those who persecute us. Ooh, we're out of time. I was having so much fun, and we were just getting into this. Unfortunately, we're out of time. But I do have here, once again, for the third time, the official WOW T-shirt for Claire, who has the name of the patron saint of television. But the three of you are fantastic. Margaret, thank you so much. Colin, you are wonderful. Claire, congratulations. And we're going to take a little break now, but the best part is yet to come, the final challenge, so stay with us.
The group for the final challenge has been decided. We have our three contestants. Which one of these three will be today's Catholic TV Challenge winner? Find out in just a minute.
Well, look who's back. Claire, Jamie, Grace, the winners of the first 3 rounds, now will be pitted against one another for the final challenge. The three of you, you know the rules, right? I don't need to go over those. Of course. You look good on those T-shirts, by the way. And studio audience, are you ready for the final challenge? Of course, our Wudabout today is the Beatitudes. And so, without further ado, I'm going to set the WOW Watch. And I have the very first question for you. Love these. Finish this sentence. You must be perfect as... Claire.
Heavenly Father was.
That's correct. Perfection is our goal. Of course, we're never going to reach it here, but we can try until heaven, I hope. Now, I'm sick of asking the questions. I'm going to turn it over now to that know-it-all dog, Nosy, for what we call a super challenge. Nosy, do you have one for these 3 fine ladies?
Okay, Father Reed. Okay, boys and girls. Here is a super challenge. What is the reward for a person who dies for Christ?
Claire?
A place in heaven.
That's correct! A place in heaven. Boy, I hope I get there someday. I hope we all do. I hope I'm in heaven with all of you someday. How cool will that be? All right, here's another one of these. Finish this sentence. Blessed are the merciful for... Jamie.
They receive mercy.
That's correct! For they will find mercy. Okay, now Jesus taught us to love and forgive not only our friends, but... Grace?
Enemies.
That's correct! Let's go back to that know-it-all dog, Nosy, for yet another super challenge. Nosy?
Okay, Father Reed. Okay, boys and girls. Here is another super challenge. What does it mean to be a silent martyr?
Claire?
To suffer without being a witness.
That's correct! Just to suffer so much that you're a witness to Christ, even without dying, that you just suffer so much. Okay, now here's one for you. And I like this question because it's a finish this sentence. And you know how much I love these. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those... Jamie?
Who trespass against us.
That's correct! And I bet the studio audience knows what prayer that comes from. The Our Father. That's right. Okay, here's another finish this sentence. Claire, Jamie, Grace, blessed are the pure in heart, for they... Grace.
Well...
Oh, see God. They will see God. Okay, no problem. Let's go back to that know-it-all dog, Nosy, for another super challenge. Nosy, have you got one more for them, please?
Okay, Father Reed. Okay, boys and girls. Here is a super challenge. those who live by the Beatitudes are certain to find what?
Those who live by the Beatitudes are certain to find...
Happiness?
That's correct, now and forever! Okay, now let's talk about a pure heart. Everybody's laughing here. A pure heart is... Out of time. This was so close. But I have to say congratulations to Claire, today's winner of the final challenge. And Mr. Nelson, don't you have something, some happy streaming for our television champion?
The winner of WOW, the Catholic TV Challenge, receives a new Roku streaming player. Find your favorite on-demand movies and TV shows by gliding through screens, flying through channels, and finding what you want to watch instantly. Before you know it, you'll be off in streaming wonderland. Say goodbye to the couch huddle. Get all the photos, songs, and videos you keep on your phone instantly on your TV with a free Roku app for iOS and Android. And best of all, watch WOW and Catholic TV live and on demand with Roku.
What more could you ask for? Thanks to Claire and to Jamie and to Grace and to all of today's contestants on the show. I'm Father Reed. Thanks to you for joining us. May God bless you always, and we'll see you next time on yet another edition of WOW, the Catholic TV Challenge.